Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing great, because I do. I'm great today. On this occasion, I'll bring a very interesting topic and very happy now. But before we get into it, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Diana Sukirman as the moderator for today's presentation. You can call me Diana and I'm from Indonesia. In this globalization era, technological developments are increasingly rapid. Many changes have occurred, including the existence of social media, which has become a medium of communication and information for the community. The changes that occur were not balanced with the readiness of the community, especially mentally, to deal with the changes. Gen Z, a digital generation that is proficient in using information technology and various computer applications, is a generation that really likes and often communicates, sharing personal life, and even expressing anything spontaneously through social media. Gen Z were born in 1997 to 2012 and consists of teenagers to middle adults. Therefore, today I will deliver a presentation about the impact of social media on Gen Z mental health issues. There's a quote from Dan Millman. You don't have to control your thoughts. You just have to stop letting them control you. Just like social media, maybe we cannot control what's on there, but we shouldn't be complacent by it. Then it can affect our mental health. For that, today we will discuss more about this topic. I'm assisted by my colleagues this time to discuss more deeply what social media is and what mental health is. So Novi Yessyana, the floor is yours.
Okay, thanks, Miss Diana. Social media. Along with the development of technology, a platform called social media was created. So what is social media? Social media is a media platform online that is used to connect, interact, produce like songs, videos, photos, or text, and share news with others. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Telegram, WhatsApp, Quora, and some of others are social media. Global social media state that there are more than 4.62 billion social media users around the world in January 2022. Social media affects human life, and social media has no limit on age, space, and time because there are no limits. Anyone, any of age, any background, race, or country can access social media. If used wisely, social media can give us many positive benefits. But on the other hand, if we're not wise in using social media, it can affect anyone's mental health. Okay, next up, mental health. What is mental health? According to WHO Constitution, mental health is a state of well-being in which every human being realizes their abilities, can live a normal life, can work productively, and is able to make a contribution to their community. Mental health is determined by social, psychological, and biological factors of each person. Violence, discrimination, lifestyle, and socioeconomic pressure can worsen a person's mental health. So what does social media have to do with mental health? Overuse of social media can affect a person's mental health. This is because there are no limits on social media. We cannot control the posts, comments, and social media users that appear. Our isolation from the outside because overuse of social media is one of the factors causing poor mental health. Another factor is the negative interaction between social media users. This causes stress, lack of activities, lack of social support around them, and depression. Social media can affect a person's mental health depending on the users who use it. If wise, then positive benefits will be obtained and mentally stable. However, if you are not wise, social media can worsen the user's mental health. That's all for me.
Thank you, Ms. Yesy. In summary, as I said earlier about social media, it's an online platform to communicate and share information, while mental health is a state in which people realize their abilities, can live a normal life, can cope with social pressure, can work productively, and is able to contribute to community. And then the next one about how social media affect healthy mental health will be delivered by Bunga Permata. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Ms. Diana. Well, it is undeniable that social media is extremely popular, but why do so many people use it? A Pew Research Center found that the most popular reasons for using social media included staying in touch with friends and family. Although the reasons emerge as well, making new friends, reading comments by celebrities and politicians, and finding potential romantic partners. However, the social media phenomenon is relatively new. The existence of social media somehow brings a negative impact on its users, especially Gen Z, since social media is part of life. Social media potentially leads to mental health issues such as depression if used excessively. Mental Health Foundation of the United Kingdom stated that friendship is a vital component in protecting our mental health. According to Amberson and Moses in 2010, the quality and quantity of social relationships affect health behavior, physical health, mental health, and mortality risk. Social support can strengthen positive states of mind and refers to the emotionally sustaining qualities of relationships, and including a sense that one is loved, cared for, listened to, positive relationships, encouragement, and emotional support that is often provided by a network of family, friends, colleagues, and others. On the contrary, depression is associated with negative social interactions and social isolation. Malik et in 2011 found that those who increased social support from friends and relatives suffered less from mental health issues after a traumatic life event due to the stress reduction function of this social support. After all, those who use social media excessively to tend to have less time for productive activities that can build social relationships and boost well-being. Being a student in the early semester is not easy because we should adapt to online lectures. Spending more time at home makes various problems happen, not to mention endless family problems. Many new issues arise, and the old ones that have not been resolved cause excessive stress due to pressure on the mind. Surfing social media is to find entertainment is one way to reduce stress. Unfortunately, being too immersed in social media makes stress increase. Insecurity begins to emerge because you often see the achievements that people share on social media. You become envious, a lack of confidence arises, which results in overthinking every night. This provokes stress due to problems in real life and ends up in depressive symptoms. From my experience, I finally decided to reduce the use of social media by by communicating and seeking the information as necessary. This is quite helpful because I can focus more on real-world problems and my insecurity began to decrease and my mental health slowly began to steady. That's all from me.
All right, thank you, Miss Bunga. So, mental health disorders occur or mental health issues occur due to poor use of social media, as well as the quality and the quantity of social relationships that exist in the real life and on social media. Okay, and then next point about how to deal with Gen Z mental health issue will be delivered by Nisrina Noviara. The floor is yours.
Okay, thanks, Ms. Diana. So, in this occasion, I will explain several ways how to deal with the mental health issue in Gen Z. Number one, make sure they don't feel judged. We know mental health problems are very common and can affect all of us. Unfortunately, there are many stigma think that young people are not easy to get health issues. Sometimes young people don't dare to admit that they're having a difficult time and don't talk about their feelings for fear that others will find out. We used to suffer in silence. It is important not to be judgmental or negative about this. Encourage them to open up and engage them in conversation. Number two, encourage them to spend more time on shared activities. Keep in mind that mental health difficulties can have an impact on energy level and physical motivation. We can advise them to do a physical activity, even it's only for a few minutes. We can do activities such as walking or riding a bicycle. And then, we know college can be stressful too. Take the time to create new routines and establish things to do and enjoy it. Number three, offer help and be positive. The role of family and friends in this situation to support is very important. When young people suffer from mental health difficulties, they are lonely and isolated. Let them know you always be there anytime and you will always be listening. By being positive and supportive, it can instill hope that things will get better. Number four, create a more positive and healthy environment. If you are in a difficult situation, that will definitely interface with eating and sleeping patterns. I look around me for people who have health issues. Most of them find it difficult to eat because they usually don't have desire to. Then for sleeping patterns, it is usually difficult to sleep because at night they may have many things to think. Therefore, we need to give advice related to health eating and encourage regular sleeping patterns. And number five, state the support is available. It is important to tell them that in addition to your support, there is also a professional help available. Encourage them to talk with someone they trust. And then maybe if they cannot tell us, we can refer to healthcare like a psychologist. The reason is they are usually more comfortable and relaxing when talking to psychologists. That's all from me.
All right, thank you, Ms. Nisrina. And then, from the discussion I've been delivered, I can conclude that social media is one of the phenomena that emerged during Generation Z. Is clear evidence that technological developments can affect mental health if not used and managed properly. Negative social interaction can exacerbate existing stress and even depression. Therefore, we as Gen Z must be able to manage and limit the use of social media properly in order to reduce the possibility of mental health disorders. In addition, we also can create a more positive and healthier environment both in real life and social media. Be supportive to yourself as well as everyone around us. Don't judge them and let alone yourself. And then give support to others or just be a good listener. Is there any question or discussion about our topic today? All right, I think that's all our presentation today. Thank you for your attention and have a nice day. See you.